Yellowstone earthquake swarm is now happening over the supervolcano in the Caldera Lake area, magnitude 2.8, 2.6, 2.7, 2.5, and they are still happening. This is the caldera, and you can see the lake on the southeast side. This is where the earthquake swarm is now happening. As we said from yesterday's video having to do with the Yellowstone supervolcano rattled by the Idaho magnitude 4.4 quake, this is the mantle plume heading into Yellowstone, and you can see on the left-hand side that magma is also very close to the surface, right under Idaho, which is between the west coast and Yellowstone. That mantle plume, that magma, is coming from Baja California through Salt Lake City, Utah, which is a volcanic plain, into Yellowstone, which is a supervolcano, then turns into Idaho, which is another volcanic plain. So let's take a look at the actual maps. You can see what's going on because those quakes are still going on as we're speaking. This is our 4.4 that we had in Idaho. It's about 6 miles down on September 8th. And it shook, as we saw the area of the shake map, it did shake Yellowstone. But now, does that have anything to do with this? Okay, it could have. We don't know. Because it's not good that a supervolcano is shaken by nearby earthquakes. We also had, of course, let's go back so we could see where that magma, the mantle plume, comes from Baja. It comes from this area here, and it goes up into this area. This is a fault line. This area here, as we saw various other, the blue are today's earthquakes and the red are the past hour. And this is Yellowstone right here, and that is the area of the westward heading about 190 miles out is the area of these earthquake swarms. They have been going on since March 31st, April 1st. That night is when the out of the blue 6.5 magnitude earthquake struck in Idaho, just north of Boise, Idaho, and they're still going on there. But this 4.4 is pretty big, and from what we saw, it did shake Yellowstone. Now, let's go into Yellowstone. The Yellowstone area, as you can see, the red right here is over Yellowstone Lake. These here are over Hebgen Lake. Hebgen Lake is the area that we had the 7.5 magnitude earthquake August 17 of 1959. And the geologists say that a lot of these earthquakes are aftershocks from that time. And we've also had these things here in Helena. Okay, but wherever you have rivers, remember that's rivers are fault lines. Now, let's go here. This is what we're talking about. This is the caldera area of the Yellowstone Lake. This is the caldera area right here. Okay, that we saw before. And this is what would happen here. It's 2.6 at about, 1.5, 2 mile depth at 1140 UTC. And then we had this one here, 2.8, 1142 UTC. That was a little bit deeper, 6 miles down, just 2 minutes later. And then we had this thing here, 2.8, and this one was a bit half an hour before that, 2.7. But these are both in this past hour. So you can understand, these are right over the caldera. And let's go in to see the map. Of course, there's hardly anybody living out there. It's surprising that 3 people have reported it, but this is what it is. Let's go here. This is a map. And, okay, let's go to our faults, and you can see there's hardly anybody living out there. This is the population density. Okay. Boise, Idaho right here. Okay. Let's take out the population. And this is Hebgen Lake right here. Sorry, this is Yellowstone Lake. This is Hebgen Lake right there. And you can see all these fault lines right here. Let's go to our aerial. That's the area of our quake swarm today. Okay, and all of you, please be very careful because this area here seems to have an uptick of earthquakes from what we saw in Boise. I don't know, this Idaho quake, I don't know if it shook and caused these earthquakes. We don't know. Idaho has 9 earthquakes, 9 volcanoes. Here's a volcanic plain, and we also have just south of Salt Lake City, another 8 volcanoes here on this area. And this is the area, as we said before, that has the mantle plume coming in from Baja, feeding this area, this imaginary 7 right here. All this is magma underneath. Okay, these are the quake swarms around Long Valley Caldera and Mina, Nevada. This is basically the same area. And Nevada, of course, we have this. These are volcanic fields full of volcanoes here as well. So all of you there, please be very careful. This is the latest of what we have going on here. A tremendous amount of activity in Yellowstone today. That's it. Shall we go here to see how deep these are? These are smaller, of course, as you can see. Hebgen Lake. Okay? And this is Yellowstone Lake. 2.8 is the one in the past hour. Again, the supervolcano is active. So please be careful. Thank you for your support. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.